Hello everybody, this is Jason. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. I post content related with WebRTC, JavaScript and Golang. If this interests you, please hit that subscribe button and stay updated. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a cross-platform for mobile and desktop, okay, with Flutter Webrtc. Okay, we're going to do a one-to-many demo. Okay, before we're going to start with the coding, okay, let's go and see what we're going to build finally in this project. Okay, this is the result. Okay, you see we have three different clients. Okay, the first one is a native desktop client. Okay, I'm on a Macos, so this is a Macos app. So if you're on Linux or Windows, okay, this will be a Linux or Windows app. And then we have a website, okay, and an Android emulator. Okay, this is Android. The reason why I haven't popped up an iOS emulator is because iOS emulator only supports audio, it doesn't support video. So if you really want to test the iOS device, you will need to deploy it onto a real device to see the video. Okay, the idea for this demo is really getting started. Okay, the scenario we're using here is, say you have a personal website here, and then you want to publish content, for example a live vlog, okay, from your mobile, and you can do so via this app, or same as when you're in office or at home, you can do that from your desktop as well, okay, from this desktop app. Alright, enough talking, let's see this in real life. Okay, we publish this on our mobile, okay, and the web will come up, and same we can do that with the client. Okay, that's the camera. Okay, that switches on to the desktop. Okay, all right, let's close these and we'll get into the coding part. Okay, we'll close all these. All right, enough talking, let's get started. Okay, we will bring in a terminal, okay, to create a new Flutter project. Okay, we'll just say Flutter create Flutter underscore one-to-many. That's what we call it, but you can call it whatever you like. Okay, we'll go enter and let's wait until Flutter get us the project. Alright, let's check and let's cd into it. Flutter underscore one-to-many. Okay, and now we open this in Visual Studio Code. Okay, before we start, I'm going to show you, we're going to make a couple of helper functions. These helper functions basically going to make our setting for our info plist and our Android manifest XML. Okay, it's basically giving the permission using the video camera and the microphone. Okay, to start off, we'll make a folder called scripts, and we'll make a file, and we need to add a Python script to do this. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste this. Okay, and then we'll have to make a sh script to call this Python script. Okay, we'll just call it project tools, and let's copy that over, save. Okay, let's open a terminal and let's give some permission for this script. Okay, it's chmod plus x, so we can execute this sh file. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right, then we will run that script. Okay, the part we want to run is the add permission, which I will show you here. It's basically what it's doing is this part here. Okay, add permission. Basically, we going into the plist of iOS and adding these stuff into it. Okay, same as Android. Okay, we're adding these permissions for, like, you know, wake up log and blah blah, you know, and network access. Okay, and let's run the script. There we go, it works. Now to prove, you know, this does work, I've opened it up already. Okay, it's in main, let's go at manifest. Okay, that's the stuff our script added for us. Okay, and then same as iOS. Okay, let's have a look. iOS is in runner info plist. Okay, these are entries, they've done it for us. Okay, one more thing before we continue is we need to go into the pot file of iOS. Otherwise you will have issues. Okay, actually the pot file doesn't assist yet, so let's add our ion SDK first. Okay, we go flutter pub add Flutter. I have it here already, so it's Flutter underscore ion into that. Okay, I will download this and it will generate the pot file. Okay, we'll go into the pot file here and let's take that out. Okay, and we need 10.0. Okay, to make it work properly with the SDK. Okay, and we're all set up now. Okay, by doing all that stuff we just went through, that will ensure our project will get built properly, and also our permission is set properly. Otherwise, you will have a lot of issues when you try to run this. Alright, enough setups. Now let's get into the code. Okay, let's close all that. And we will go into the lab file. Okay, this is the file we're going to mainly work on. Okay, let's hide that. To start off, we will get rid of all the stuff we don't need. Before we do that, actually, let's build this, make sure it runs properly. Okay, start up on the Android emulator. Okay, we'll put that on the screen. Okay, while that's loading, we will get rid of the counter example they give us out of the box. Okay, we'll leave everything else as it is, because this is an example, so there's no point, we changing these names, so we'll just leave it as it is. And okay, let's see if this runs. Okay, I'm going to pause this, it's taking too long. Alright, welcome back. Okay, it's all built it. So that way we ensure there's nothing wrong with this project. Okay, it works before we touch anything. Okay, first of all, we will remove all of this. We will just put that null for now. Okay, we'll put it back in. We'll make our functions in a sec. Get rid of these. There's a lot of stuff they give us, out of the box, with this example project. So this increment function, we will get rid of that. Okay, that's where we're going to put our publish function. Okay, we will come and do that in a sec. Remove that, we don't need that. Alright, and let's change the title. We will call this, okay, let's call this pion one too many broadcasts. Okay, save that. Let's make sure we haven't broken anything in here. Let's refresh that. Oh, okay, this text part here, we don't need this anymore. Let's clean this up. Let's put null for now. Okay, now we're all good. Okay, we'll get rid of that. There's a lot of stuff they give us, don't they? Alright, okay, let's get started here. Alright, first of all, what we will need to do is we need to define a before we define that our variables. Okay, what we're going to do is we import the packages we need for this. Okay, I will put it here. The first thing we need is we're going to check if this is a web page. Okay, this is the foundation from Flutter, and also we're importing the Webrtc package. Okay, and that comes with the ion plugin, so that's why we didn't have to install that. And now we import the ion, okay, as ion. Okay, so we can use these functions with ion, then dot whatever. Okay, and then we're going to use the UUID, okay, to generate our ID when we sign up, or when we log in, I should say. Excuse me. And we'll bring in a developer package as well, so we can do the logging. Okay, now let's get start writing our program. Okay, we go after this overwrite page state, or create state. Okay, we will make us a class in here, and we'll call this participant. Okay, and this is, it's for the type. Okay, all the participants, for us to have the what do you call it, array. Okay, it's a type for our array. Okay, that's what this is. Title. Okay, we need, and this dot renderer. I think I spelled it that right. Yep. This stream. This probably don't make sense to you yet. Okay, it will. Okay, trust me, it will. Not yet, but. And we want the media stream. So basically what we're doing is we're putting all the types out from the package. Okay, that's what we are doing. And then we got media, string. We are defining the types, okay, so we can use it in our array. That's what we are doing. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating myself. I'm just worried that you can't follow on, you know, wondering what I'm doing, you know. Video render, and we call this renderer. Okay, that's the type we just defined. Okay, and down here is the states part. Okay, this is part we have to grab that in. Okay, we're going to do it, create an array. Okay, so we can add all the all the people, all the peers into this array list. Okay, that's what this is. And then the type is this. Okay, and it's an empty array that we start off. Okay, now next we're going to define a variable to tell if it's a publisher or not. Okay, remember on the web page we are only showing the button only shows on the publisher, which is our native apps. Okay, which default we will put it as a false. Okay, next thing is we need to define the video elements. Okay, it's video renderer, we'll call it, and our variable for this, we'll just call it the first one will be local. Okay, it's basically the local the video element that displays the local stream. Okay, tc video renderer. If you're wondering where these from, okay, these are from our ion SDK. Okay, that's where these are from. I am using Visual Studio Code, and I'm not sure why it doesn't give us autocomplete. Okay, these are typo here, by the way. It should be RTC. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, it is the same type, and the variable we want, this is remote renderer. Okay, we'll just call it renderer rather than renderer. Okay, RTC video. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Okay, we don't want typo on this. Okay, so we've defined these two elements up here, so we can put the stream into it. You know, once we once we have the stream. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Next, okay, we'll have to make a init function. Okay, this is overwrite void, we'll call it init state. Okay, that's what that is anyway. Okay, and firstly we'll super this init state super, and then we're going to initialize our renderer render. Okay, we're going to make these functions. Okay, these doesn't associate, and we're going to init the SFU as well. Okay, and that's another function we call the moment the app kicks in. Okay, that's what these are. Let's make our first one. Copy and paste these. And okay, and we need it to be an async. So what this function does is it initialize these components or elements. Okay, that's what these are doing. So we make sure, you know, these elements are properly rendered into our view. Okay, that's what we are doing here. Okay, so we all happy here, and then we're going to do our, before we're doing our init function, okay, these couple of things we're going to do. One is because this Android, okay, we're running an Android emulator in the web, and if we use localhost, it does not work on Android, because Android localhost means its own localhost. So therefore we need to make a helper function, okay, to check if it's web or Android or what do you call it, native client. Okay, so we're going to make if statement here. If it's web, this comes from up here, remember? Okay, we've imported this, so we're using it. If it's web, we're going to return ion, okay, grpc signal. Okay, that's what we're going to use for signaling, and we're going to input the address, okay, which is localhost. If it's a web, we're going to use localhost 9090. Okay, you'll get that when you run run the IONSFU. Okay, you will get to, it will tell you what address is running on under. Okay, next, if it's not a web, if it's a mobile client or what do you call it, a native client, we want to be a publisher. Okay, so it will display that button when I show you earlier. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this guy is a publisher, okay, to true. Okay, because our default value is false. Okay, so when it hits here, it tells our program that, you know, this guy is a publisher. That's basically what that does. And then we return the address, okay, grpc signal. And for the native clients, we need to give it the real IP address for our machine. Okay, and mine happened to be this. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste them. Okay, that's my IP address for this particular machine. Okay, if you put localhost here, Android doesn't connect, unfortunately, so that's why we're doing this. Okay, next we're going to initialize some of the Ion SDK functions. Okay, the first one we need to initialize is the signal. We put a question mark because this could be a null. Okay, and we will put a variable of signal. Okay, and the next one we're going to grab is the client. Okay, and client, and this one we need the local stream, and we'll put a question mark. We all have to put question mark for that. The reason being is these are null right now. Okay, because we will put it down further down the track. Okay, we will put the variables in there. Okay, and we're going to put a UUID as well. Okay, it's a final because we're not going to change this, and we'll call this UUID equals, and we're pulling the package UUID, and we want version 4 v4. Okay, done. And now let's get into the init function. Okay, that's what we're calling here. Okay, let's do this. Init sfu. Okay, now you notice this is ini, sorry, init. Now the red line's gone. Okay, so now we're going to initialize our what do you call it, our URL for the signal. Okay, sorry, our signal equals await. Okay, because we better put an async here. Wait, and now we're going to get use of our function we created above. Okay, this here. So as soon as the app kicks in, okay, it will check, it will grab this signal thing, this signal variable according to the client. Okay, from up here. Okay, the next thing is we're going to do the client. Await ion client dot create. Okay, that's the first connection. Okay, and the first one, SID, is the room name. Okay, and we'll call this test room. And the UUID, we just pass in the UUID we got up there. Remember, we've done it here, right here. Okay, that's what we're doing. And a signal, and we're grabbing a signal from here, what we just defined. Okay. Okay, after the client, it's on track we have to put in here, but we only want to do it on track if the client isn't a publisher, so we have to do that. We have to use this variable now, equals false if it's not a client. Okay, and we want to see this on track. Okay, client, and this could be a null, so we will put a question mark there. Okay, and then on track equals, we'll get a track from it. Oops, track ion dot remote stream. Okay, and let's give a variable here called remote stream, and it's an async function we want. Okay, so this is the type for this remote stream. Okay, that's what this is. And then when we get it on track, let's log it. Okay, the moment we Let's log it after this. Okay, if the track kind equals to video, okay, if it's a video stream, let's log this. Okay, we want to print, yep, we print this so we can see it in console log that we are, you know, doing something here. Okay, I think it's fix that, and then we're going to set state our remote render source object and remote stream. Okay, I'll explain this a little bit. Okay, this thing here is what we define up here. That's the elements. Okay, and it's source object. Okay, that's where we put the stream in, and this comes from here. Okay, this comes on the on track, and then we put it in here, and we want the stream. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, if you know JavaScript, this looks very similar. Actually, it looks pretty identical. Just what do you call it? The flow is a little bit different. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, now finally, okay, we're going to do our publish function. Okay, we'll give some room here, and let's do void. Call this publish. Okay, it is an async function we want. Okay, what we're going to do now is get the stream. Okay, when we hit this publish button, we want to grab our camera stream. Okay, that's where we do it. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we grab this local stream we defined up here somewhere. Yep, right there. That's the type. Okay, and then dot. We want. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry about that. It's stream equals await. Now we're putting this into our variable. Sorry. Local stream dot get user media. It's pretty identical, isn't it, with JavaScript? So if you've seen my other videos on JavaScript, it's essentially the same thing. Okay, and we want to pass the constants in, the default constants, I should say, defaults, and then we go dot dot, and we don't want simulcast on this. Okay, because this purpose we don't need it. Okay, but if you want to use it, that will have to be true. Okay. So this whole function will get us our stream, okay, from our camera. That's what this does. Okay, after that, what we need to do is we need to put this stream into our local display or the video element. Okay, so what we're going to do here is set state, and then we go local render, which is our element. Okay, dot source object equals this local stream here. It could be a null, so we have to put a question mark, and we want the stream. Okay, if you compare this one and what's up here, it's very similar. Okay, because it's doing the same thing. All right, we almost there. We just need to do display the UI here now. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the UI part now. Okay, so firstly we need to go down here where it says column. Let me have a look. Let's do the button first, eh? Where it says flow button, let's make our own button. Okay, let's make a function down below. Okay, it's a widget we want, not a function. Yeah, widget function. Okay, we'll call this get fab. That's what that is. Let's take that underline out. I don't like that because a lot of Flutter people like that, but personally I don't like it. But you can keep that line if you like. Okay, now we're deciding if we want to display that button or not. Okay, so we do another if statement here. If it's a publisher, okay, sorry, I think we've out of our loop. That's why we're not getting our autocomplete. Okay, we want it here, and let's comment this. This is the publish button. Okay, let's continue on this. Okay, if is not a publisher, that means if he's a subscriber, okay, we return an empty container. Okay, container, because we don't want to show this button, so therefore we return an empty container. Else we will return this button. Okay, return It's floating action button, I think it's called. Yep, it is. Okay, and if it's on push, we want to be publish. Okay, and let's add some more stuff on there. Hold on. Okay, the function's there. Do we want a tooltip? Let's add a icon. That's what we need. Icon. Icons. Let's grab the video call icon. Okay, yep. Cool. Okay, we're done on that, and let's call it up here somewhere. Okay, let's call it here, floating button. Okay, so basically we just rewrote this whole part down the bottom. Okay, so what we do is we delete this, and then we will call this button here. Put a comma here. All right, so our button's all good. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our video view. Okay, so we want to decide to show which video view we want to show. You remember the example? The publisher will show its own stream, and the subscriber will show the publisher's screen. So there's two different what do you call it? Two different views here. Okay, let's do that. Publish, we'll say video view. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, and it's a widget. Get video view, we'll call it. Okay, same thing. We will need a if statement here. Is publisher equals true if he's a publisher. We will return expanded. Okay, and the trial is RTC video view. Okay, and we want to put the local render, okay, up there, and let's put a comma here and close it off here. Okay, else we're going to display the subscriber. Okay, return same thing. Why don't we just copy this? Okay, copy and paste is our friend. Okay, and this one we want the remote rather than local. Remote window. Okay, I think we've missed one function up here. Okay, we've done all that. Okay, but we need to publish our stream. Okay, which we do below that. Okay, so what this does is once we grab the stream, okay, we need to push the stream onto the SFU. Okay, that's what this function does. Okay, we do that by using the client variable. Okay, publish, and we're going to use the local stream. Okay, that we have it we've grabbed up here. Okay, that's what we're going to pass on. Okay, local stream, and put that on. Okay, and one more thing here, we need to bring this get video view. Okay, so we can get the display going. Okay, that would be get video view function. Okay, now everything's done, and let's do some testing. Okay, let's pop up a browser as well. Okay, we'll go Chrome, and then we go start debug. Okay, while that is building, let's build our ION SFU. Okay, I've already pulled the ION SFU already on my computer. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to clone it. Okay, I'll leave the links down below so you can go and do it. And what we need to do once we have it, we need to run this command. Okay, we need to go build .cmd signal grpc, and we want the grpc-web.main.go. Okay, let's build that. Once that is done, we just need to run it like this, .main-c and then config.toml. Okay, now we're done. Okay, we've right here is the 9090. Okay, that's where we got our port number from in our Flutter app. Okay, let's try to do some testing. I think our web is up and running. Nope. Okay, let's start again. For some reason it stopped. Okay, and we're going to rebuild this one. Okay, make sure it's all working. Okay, it's working because like here it's connected. That's what all this is. Okay, now we're just waiting for the Chrome to come up. I might pause this, it's taking a little while. Alright, looks like it's done. Let me pull that in, and let's bring up a what do you call it, Mac app as well, eh? If you use Visual Studio Code, okay, it's pretty easy. It's just here. Otherwise, it's just as easy. You just go Flutter run, and it will give you an option of what you want. Okay, I'm going to pause the video again. This thing's going to take a little while. Okay. All right, looks like it's done. Okay, let's readjust these views. Okay, we'll put that one on right here, and we'll pull up our web. Okay, we should be all on now. Okay, moment of truth. Let's test it. All right, and let's check this one. Okay, sorry about the echo. All right, this is it. We have just built a 1.2 mini broadcast with Flutter. Okay, one code base, but 3 clients. Okay, the source code will be down below, and also I've made a starting kit for mini to mini. Okay, so you can have a look at that as well. Okay, all the links will be down below. That is it. All right, thank you for your time, and I'm sorry this is kind of long, dragging on tutorial, because I want to make sure you understand every step, because to run this project is actually quite difficult, and I spend a lot of time to sort of figure out how everything works. All right, until next time. Oh, I almost forget. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot more, many more of this type of tutorial. Okay, thanks very much. Have a good day.